Are Cowboys fans cooling a little bit on Christian Parker? Let's talk about it in Below the Belt, which is sponsored by Academy Sports and Outdoors. So The Athletic went and did their annual survey of Cowboys fans. They basically collect 20 questions roughly of just, hey, here's some things that we're curious what the pulse of the Cowboys fan has to say about these things right now. And they got a ton of responses on this, around 1,300 responses for each question. So a pretty good sample size to tackle some of these questions. And I'm fascinated by some of these answers, and I'll be interested to see if you guys are able to guess some of these things correctly. So let's start things off. John Machota shared the article this morning. First off, what grade do you give the hiring of Christian Parker as defensive coordinator? I'm just curious for your own grades, and then I'll tell you what the Cowboys fans think.
B minus.
I think it's hard. Yeah, I can't.
No minuses or pluses, just letters on these. Just so you know.
I.
Yeah, incomplete. Because you can't know. You can't know. We can think we know.
They're giving it a B. They say that it's a B, 52 points.
You can't know. There's nowhere to know. That's fair.
52 and a half.
Well, it can't be an A.
Well, how can it be a B?
Because a B...
No one knew him.
A B is...
If you at least hired Fangio...
Well, B is a happy grade.
Someone that you've seen do it.
I think you can go A if you're just grading it on the fact of, like...
the plan or item.
No.
I've covered 23 Super Bowls.
Was there interest from the rest of the league in hiring him? Like, did you get somebody that other teams were interested in?
I never heard his name at the beginning of the cycle.
And did you you obviously got somebody that Fangio, which is the guy, you got somebody that Fangio didn't want to lose. Like, Fangio wanted to keep him around, and that was something that I think just based off that, you can go like, okay, it's probably a good hire just based on that. Will it become a good hire? Probably. You have no idea.
No idea.
Yeah, you have no idea, but that's why you can't go A. That's why you can't go A, because you have no idea.
You would give the process an A, though, right? Of just like you did not go back to the old well of just a former buddy or a coach.
Yeah.
Like you actually went through an interview process for 2 weeks. You found a candidate you liked and
I would want to know that that Christian Parker was wanted over Jim Leonard. That Jim Leonard was not.
And that Jim would have said no.
The main prize.
So here's the next one. Who is your top choice?
And why didn't you interview Flores?
Who is your top choice for defensive coordinator? Christian Parker was not number one. Who do you think was the number one candidate in a runaway?
Are you going to give names or just...
No, because they just left it open to
Brian
people to
Flores
say.
or Jim Leonard.
Brian Flores was number one in a runaway, 47%. Next up, Jim Leonard, 18.5%.
Thanks, fan.
Next up, Jim Schwartz, 11.1%.
Who resigned or, stepping away from Cleveland. He doesn't want to coach there with Munkin.
And then as finally you get down to it, Christian Parker, 9.2% as the fourth candidate on the list. Then you've got Raheem Morris behind that at 6%. Al Harris tied at 6%. And then with just 2.5%, Jonathan.
And does it worry you that San Francisco hired Raheem? Makes me do a double take.
Yeah, Raheem was the guy I wanted.
So the only thing
I wanted all along.
The only thing that'll give you I think you can have a little bit of pause on is that's a Shanahan friend. So like there is a question introduced of did you just do your buddy a solid? Like did you hire him? But I think Raheem Morris is a good coach. I was surprised that there wasn't as much league-wide interest in snatching him up. It didn't feel like as I anticipated there was going to be. All right, what grade would you give Brian Schottenheimer for his first year as head coach?
What grade? We gave a C plus or B minus here on the show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think the fans gave?
Oh, it can't be pluses or minuses? They gave him a C.
That's what I would have thought. No, 61% said he gets a B in his first year as head coach.
Right there.
26% say C, 8% say A, 3.5% for D, and then under 1% said F. John says, much like Parker wasn't expected to be the Cowboys defensive coordinator at the end of the season, Schottenheimer wasn't expected to be the Cowboys head coach. This is 100%, I would imagine, expectations when he was hired. When he was hired, they had a certain thing in their mind, and then they realized, I kind of like him.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit above a B.
He's engaging.
This is
charming.
Good offense.
Mm-hmm.
This one is interesting to me. How many more years do you think Schottenheimer will remain as head coach? The options were 1, 2, 3, or more than 4.
No.
Or 4 or more.
I would be surprised if it's more than 4.
Why would you be surprised?
That means he's winning. And I don't mean winning like, I don't mean winning, making the playoffs. I mean like winning Super Bowls. Like I don't. If he doesn't get to an NFC Championship game, he's not going to get.
By when?
3 more years.
Oh no, Jerry, you're already locked in here for 5. You're locked in.
So you're saying 4 or more?
It should be 4 or more. It'll be 3 or 4.
They are very optimistic about Brian Schottenheimer. 39% say more than 4 is the number one. Then 3 is 35.
You're locked in for 5. McCarthy was.
You're locked in for 5.
Garrett was here forever.
Which would be 4 more years, but not more.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be more
it's
than
4
that.
or more is the option.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the way it's worded.
Well, that's the way it's worded.
What is the Cowboys'
Push it back.
biggest offseason position of need? And I think they missed this one.
All of the above.
Yeah. They had 5 options here. Corner, edge, linebacker, safety, and then offensive line they threw in there.
Well, it's either it's corner, it's linebacker, or safety. It's someone in the middle on back.
I would say corner just because of the value of the position, but I would get the fans would say linebacker.
I'll say corner.
Number 1 is corner, which I think is a reasonable thing to assume, that corner is the biggest thing you need to fix. Go down the list. That's 34.9% for corner, 32.7% said edge rusher, 25.7% said linebacker, 6% think you need a safety as the biggest need. I think there's a strong argument to be made that safety's number 1, especially with how they're going to play them within the scheme.
It depends how people are valuing safety. We're not used to safety is usually not in this conversation anymore.
Sure, and it's changed a little bit because especially the type of safety you get is likely going to also be a nickel corner of sorts. And then with 0.7% of the vote, you got the offensive line. But corner and edge rusher are the big focus for fans. What would you like to see the Cowboys do with their 2 first-round picks? Trade back both picks? Draft the 2 best players available? Draft 1 pick and use the other to trade back to add more picks? Or to draft the 2 best defensive players available?
God, you said a lot there. Trade back.
With both?
At least with 1.
Okay. Sean?
Say it one more time. I was with Choppy. He got confused.
Your options are trade back both.
Trade back both, okay.
Draft with 1 and trade back the other.
Okay.
That's probably what I would do.
Draft the 2 best players available, period. Mm-hmm. Or draft the 2 best defensive players available.
I would probably pick B. Give me the stud, hopefully at 12, trade back at 20.
Number 1 answer, 47.3%. Draft the 2 best defensive players available. Just start stocking up. Number 2 was...
I'm stocking up more about trade back.
Number 2 was draft 1 and trade back. That was 31%. The bottom of the barrel option here with 1.7% was trade back with both picks.
Now let me ask you this, because I know you guys have said you're not need your best player available guys, not need guys, right?
Mm-hmm. It depends. It depends what situation.
Now, okay, let's just say obviously, if you have Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback, they're not taking a quarterback, even though they may be the best player on the board, right? Okay.
If you tell me that there's a receiver there who's a 9 on my board versus the best defensive player who's
a 7.
A 7.
I'll take the 9. If it's a receiver.
Yeah.
Like what's the defensive position? Give it to me.
It can be corner.
Okay.
Or linebacker. I'm not giving you downs.
Okay, corner. Let's say
he wouldn't be a 7 anyway.
Let's say the guys when they're coming out
or an edge.
So you said a 9. Okay, so let's say that the players facing you are a guy who has a CeeDee Lamb trajectory, like that's the kind of player he's talked about.
Yeah.
Or trying to think of another player to throw out that wouldn't just blow it away. Another Bland type. Like the projection is like, he could be Deron Bland at the NFL level or Lamb.
Yeah.
Who do you want?
Well, I know who I want. What do I have to pick?
What would you pick?
I'm asking you.
If those are my options, I'm probably trading away if I could. But if I have to pick, I'd probably pick the corner.
And that's the thing.
The corner.
If you've got
unless I'm trading Pickens. If I'm trading Pickens, if I've already traded him away, then maybe.
If you have a stud like Lamb on the board right there at 12, and you may not need him, right? You don't need him. You probably are going to have a taker.
Probably, but he did fall.
Mm-hmm. And that could be for not a reason of,
sure, it's just
some guys fall.
Luck.
Right? It's not character. It wasn't character with CeeDee that made him fall.
Yeah, the Raiders thought Henry Ruggs was better for some reason.
So that's it. That's why he fell. And you got a golden opportunity to take him, but somebody would have traded up for you, and they probably would have overpaid.
Speaking of George Pickens, what would you like to see happen with George Pickens?
Who's the top receiver? Tate? If Tate drops to you at 12, you're going to have a taker.
Or Tyson. Yeah. That's
right, but either one,
yeah.
you're going to have somebody who wants to trade up.
What would you like to see happen with George Pickens? Franchise tag him, sign him to a long-term deal, or sign and trade him?
Franchise tag if it doesn't lead to football war.
Yeah, no, this is franchise tag like he plays it out. You franchise tag him and he plays it out on the tag.
Franchise tag.
Chop?
Hey, that's a lot of money. You're going to have a hacked-off player. That's a problem. That's going to create a lot of issues. I would not. Tagging would be tagging and having him play on my tag, probably the last option for me.
There are only two options according to Cowboys fans. 59% say sign him to a long-term deal. 32% say franchise tag him. So they want him here because the sign and trade is only 8%. Nobody is really interested right now in that sort of move. And then one more just from this, and there's a lot of questions still left in here that we can get to tomorrow. If you could only re-sign one, who would you rather re-sign?
George Pickens.
Jadeveon Clowney or Javonte Williams?
Oh,
man. Jadeveon Clowney.
The age?
I mean, look, I'm
you got the age versus the replacement.
I'm scared of all running backs as they get, another year into their career. I could find.
You can probably replace Javonte production easier than Jadeveon.
Yes.
Javonte is younger. Jadeveon's kind of a mercenary. Like there's not a future with Jadeveon.
Javonte's 25.
Has Jadeveon ever bought a house? I don't know. Is he live in a hotel like every year? Just finds a new Homewood Suites or whatever?
What's your answer?
I think probably I'd rather just re-sign Jadeveon.
Probably as well.
And I don't like that.
They want both.
Yeah.
And I think they are initiating talks with
It's just
both.
a hypothetical.
Yeah.
But I think I would prefer, I want to keep both of them. If you're telling me who can help them win more games next year, like Jadeveon and a replacement for Javonte, or Javonte and a replacement for Jadeveon, I'm taking Jadeveon.
Not going to need Javonte when you draft Jeremiah Love 12.
Shut up.
God, stop that.
You know it's going to happen. Just wait.
Elo.